God, I broke my foot coming across the thing. Memphis Hustle. What's your shirt say? Oh, you flipped it out. Nice. All right, welcome. What's today? 17th? Tuesday. My name is Dr. Vic, owner of Relief Chiropractic. Got some merch. And this is Amanda. It was a long day for this one at. Did you see that too? Mm-hmm. At the dentist today. How do you say that word? Cafard? I don't know. The one that's on Goodman Road in between the eye doctor and Campbell Clinic. Man.
Ridiculous.
I tell you what, customer service.
But the thing is, like, once he finally got to us, like, he's a good doctor, a good dentist, but the fact that you had people scheduled and decided to have a meeting midday for over an hour while people were waiting, that's
bad scheduling. That's real bad scheduling, and that's something that you.
Like, I would have preferred you called and be like, "Hey, can we push it back to another time?" Than I was literally in there for over 3 hours.
Yeah, you got there at what?
I got there at like
12:30.
Yeah, 12:30. It was 12:30, and the appointment was at 1, and I didn't leave till after
3:30. Yeah, because that's when you called me or we texted and you were finally moving forward with everything.
And it's not just a dental appointment for me; it was for all my kids.
It was for all the kids. So yes, it was a long one, but you still don't plan an office meeting in the middle
of your day,
of your hours.
And the thing is, like, they had just gotten back from lunch. Like, why didn't y'all decide to do this office meeting during your lunch hour instead of when you have people on the books coming in? It wasn't just me. There was no one in front of me. There was no one else in the office. And then the lady that comes in after me, her appointment was after me. They did hers first because I had my kids, but no, that's not how it works. I was on the appointment before her. Just because I have 4 kids doesn't mean anything. They were there before her. Their time was before. I don't know. I was just frustrated.
And you were on time.
Yeah.
You're on time. You went there. You did the.
And they kept giving me these tablets to fill out paperwork.
They kept dying.
And they didn't die. They just glitched out and would start me right back over.
I tell you what, man. When you're in a.
But like I said, he was a good doctor once he got there. He didn't, The last dentist we went to, Tegan supposedly had cavities and needed all this stuff filled in her back teeth so she wouldn't get cavities. And he didn't say not one word about any of that stuff that they said. And they took x-rays. So, I think he was an honest doctor. I just don't understand what the deal was today. I'm going to put it as it was a one-off. And when we go back in December, that's going to be the tell-all. If it's messed up like it was today, then we just won't be back.
Well, here's the thing. Sometimes you only get one. The first impression is the sets the standard.
Yeah, but
and you should have a high standard.
Like a crappy doctor once he got to us, I wouldn't even have given it a second chance.
Well, regardless if he did phenomenal, the standard should be the standard.
Yeah.
You should have systems and procedures in place that allows for people to move through the office and get what they have to be done. Because I know in my office, I got systems and procedures in place that allow for you to move from one point to the next point, and then you get your schedule and you're out the door. Because chiropractors, we can't do that. Yeah. We got to be on point like a decimal, and we got to make sure that we're staying everything right, our time zone right, because every other profession is allowed to drop the ball and then to be like,
MDs have the highest.
They know that they're gonna come back to me.
Malpractice lawsuits ever for a wrongful death. But people think chiropractors are the ones that are causing issues.
Yeah, that's a whole nother problem. That's a whole nother issue.
I'm in a mood today, so.
But anyways, man, welcome back. Welcome to the show today. And it's plain and simple. Go to our page. Go get the drops. Go get any product that you need. Ask questions. They're all natural. Go to our page on YouTube. Subscribe. We're at 32. I think 32 or 33. And Videos are up. It's going to be just maybe some random videos. It'll be informational videos. It's going to be these. We're going to always put these up. So if people are catching them late or want to go back and run through them and listen to them, then they're always going to be up on YouTube, because I think Facebook gets rid of them in 30 days.
Yeah.
So I know that some of them probably are getting ready to be taken off, because we are further along in this journey of health and wellness. And that's what we're going to talk about, health and wellness. Health and wellness is not just for adults, it's for your younger kids. We have got to make sure that we are starting the generation off the right way, giving them a better opportunity to get and feel better than what we do, and just to try to correct our mistakes from what we learned and were told to be true, because that's a lie.
And 12-year-olds don't have baby fat, just so you know. If they're pretty
No.
hefty, that's not baby fat.
Nah, they just big.
Yeah.
I mean,
Stop making excuses. Oh, it's cute little baby fat. No,
Mm-mm.
it's not.
Man, we got to stop making excuses for stuff that we know for a fact
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Right? It can be hard, but at the same time, we got to start telling the truth about things in order to move forward. Period. Yeah. That's bam.
Made it.
Exclamation point. Yeah. That. That was great. So, workout today was different.
Did we work out? Oh, we did work out.
We
today.
did work out.
Yeah.
But what did we do to start
Last
off?
night, he tried to kill me.
Oh, yeah.
So bad so that I cramped all night long in my
All
sleep.
night long. I slept
had Charlie
good.
horses left and right. So this morning when we walked into the gym, I was like, my whole body's hurting. I don't know what I can do. So we walked for 5 minutes. I walked at a high incline. And then we got off and we just rolled and stretched a little bit for about 20 minutes.
Man, for a while, yeah.
And then we went to
We
the
just
other
did
side of the gym, and he walked on the ladder.
Got back on.
And I got on the elliptical for
Yep.
another 5 minutes.
Yep.
And then we did some triceps.
So today was a it was a different day. It was a different workout, but yet very, very effective, because your body is going to tell you what it needs. And so for me, I can go, but the day I take off, my body will crash, and I'll be like, holy crap, never mind. I'm not a machine. And I don't try to be, but
Yeah.
I try to make sure that I am keeping myself busy. I'm getting active rest. But man, today rolling out my quads and my hamstring, and rolling down alongside of my IT bands and the outer part of my quads, it was insane. It was very, 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 very tight and much needed. And I'm gonna put together a video of how to roll out because people think that you just get on there and just roll. You don't. What you do is you get the roller, you get your muscle, you roll over it, and once you find out until it works out, that's just get on there and just roll, and it drives me insane. But I mean, it is what it is. Not everybody knows, and not everybody really cares.
He's not very good at describing how to do it either.
But I explained it very, very well.
So I was doing something, and he's like, and then I switched it up, and he's like, "You're doing it right, but that's wrong." I was like, "Wait."
Well, so what happened was, I answered both in the same sentence, and because you did it and then you did it real quick, I was like, "No, you're doing it right, but what you just did was wrong."
Yeah, but he didn't say what you just did.
Yeah,
He
I just said yeah.
I was like, I don't understand what you're telling me to do.
Yeah. So words matter. Transition between things, they matter.
Period.
Yeah.
Punctuation.
Punctuation matters. But yeah, no, it was a different day, but it was a good day. I know tomorrow is going to be even better day because, like I said, when I got done, I was like, man, my legs, they actually feel good. And it gets pretty intense. I stand on my feet a lot of the day, making videos, making my own marketing things. I mean, you've seen them, but yeah, no, it's very important that we take care of our bodies. Recovery is so important.
You got eyelash on your finger?
Yeah, it's probably mine. But yeah. So what I know we have a vacation planned in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be right on the tail end of your second set of drops.
No, when we go on vacation is when my second set of drop. I think I stopped
Yeah, so what we got to do is we got to put another order in. So we get the third set and I get my second set. But yeah, so
you shook it.
it's going to be a bunch of a lot of different results. She said today she can tell that her body is moving in the right direction. It may not be on the scale. And that right there is the biggest mental win ever. It may not seem like a lot, but when you mentally prepare yourself and mentally get your mind right and be like, you know what? I know that scale's not moving, but I feel better and I'm moving better. That right there is huge.
Yeah.
Because, man, your mind is a powerful thing. Whatever you tell it, your body and you start to believe it. If you tell yourself you're great, you're going to accomplish great things today, tomorrow, whatever, you will do it. And if you tell yourself that you're terrible, you're not going to accomplish anything, guess what? You will not do it.
I need a tennis racket that has like the electrodes on it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got these
Our children
flies.
take 500 years to get inside and close the door. So they let flies in, and I don't know if flies are bad where y'all are, but they're bad here.
I tell you, flies and ants.
Yeah.
Everywhere we've been have had bad ants. I mean, it doesn't matter if we were in Georgia,
We
in Murfreesboro.
We didn't have ants in Georgia.
No, we had field rats in Georgia.
No, we had raccoon rats.
Yeah, we had some massive rats in Georgia. Georgia, you got some big old rats. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's watching us from Georgia, but Georgia, you got massive rats.
We lived in that country-ish, and they went underneath in the crawl space and climbed up.
Yep.
Through a hole by the dishwasher that the water leaking from the dishwasher.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
And they came out from underneath the dishwasher. They chewed a piece of wood, hole this big.
Man.
And I was like, I think that we have some kind of rodent. And one night he was just sitting there in the dark
studying
with the lamp on studying, and he was like, "There's a whole family of them."
Yeah.
And
because I saw tails go by.
He said, "Come here," and so I walked. And I just paused where I could see the kitchen. And when I kid you not, tail and body.
Yeah, it was ginormous.
Huge. The biggest rat I've ever seen, plus little tiny ones and another one that was equally as big.
And they were running, and then they had a little trap hole in the side of the wall. And I was like, it disappeared.
Yeah, I was like, where did they go?
And it was going off in a hole, and then we caught them. And boy, were they stinking.
We put out rat poison.
And this big old clamps.
So we caught a few in the rat traps, and then one of them during the day.
Oh my gosh, it ate
the poison, and then during the next day it came out, and it was on.
We
had school books on the ground, and Ron was like, "Mom, there's a rat on my school books." I was like, "There ain't no way she's seeing stuff." I went in there, the little tiny baby rat was bleeding out all orifices all over.
Shouldn't have ate the good looking food.
Man, I remember one time we put poison down in front of the hole in the dishwasher, and the moment I put it down, they took it
right in front of us.
I was like,
and took it back in there.
They're not coming back. Put another one down, gone.
Gosh, these things were...
It was awful.
It was insane. Yeah. We came home one day, our shower and bathroom was full of...
that house was a fun experience.
Full of backed up sewage. And we had a root ball.
There was a root ball in one of the drains out in the front yard that led down to the street.
Oh my gosh.
And it backed up the whole entire house.
And they were there early in the morning.
They dug like a 12-foot
late at
hole
night
down into where the pipe
It was a crazy time in Georgia, man.
And then I had bought, I think it was Tegan at the time, Maybe gray. I got them like the jumbo crowns, like the big fat crowns, and we left them on the floor. And the next day they were gone. I was like, "What did y'all do with them?" And then when we moved the dishwasher to figure out why, how the rats were getting in, you could see in the hole all the crowns were down there. I was like, "They eat anything." And then there was a squirrel, a baby squirrel
that they call queso.
The kids called it queso. The baby squirrel fell into the vent fan above the stove from
Oh my
the
gosh.
attic.
Yes.
So I he was at school and I had to take apart the vent fan,
The vent fan.
to try and get this baby squirrel out.
Man, literally a squirrel moment. We just went down a rabbit hole of rats and squirrels. It started
That
with
house
fox.
had everything.
We had turkeys walking down the middle of the road.
Oh, that was
And
crazy. They were
the
huge,
4-foot
wild turkeys. And it wasn't like the country back roads. It was just
It was Powder Springs, Georgia.
Powder Springs,
It was
Georgia.
pretty country because everybody in the backyard had a burn.
Yeah.
Our house came with a burn barrel.
Yeah. But it wasn't like country roads.
No.
It was just countryer than
Oh man.
Atlanta.
Yeah, it was way.
And he was
country
like,
than-
"Babe, there's turkeys walking down the road, the middle of the road. They were huge."
Nobody
There was
believed me. I was
like a
like, no,
handful
but
of
for
them. I
real.
was like, "Turkeys, all right."
Oh man, fun times.
The house
man.
was super old.
Very old. Very
It had
old.
issues, and it was a rental, so they just kind of band-aided the
Oh
issues.
man, we got it for cheap though. Fenced all the way in.
Those were the days, man.
What was it? $993.
No, that was the
$875.
It was like $875 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and it was like
What was
2,000
sitting on,
square
like-
foot.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing was fenced in, and a huge backyard, huge front yard. And like when I say the whole thing was fenced in, you could close like through the driveway. You could close the gate, and you could lock the kids in, and they would just be running like all the way around.
And
the
they
house.
was going to lock it in the back of the house.
Yeah,
back
there
house.
was
You could
another
close the
gate.
gates.
Yeah, it was a good house, other than it was old and had,
Man, that was a good
things
time.
getting in.
Hey, that was a good time though.
It was.
That was crazy though, man.
And then
Freaking turkeys.
we went through COVID in that house.
Oh man. And we were right next to a trail. And we
a
bought
biking
bikes
trail.
right at the right
Yeah.
time.
So they all had bikes, but I would just push Greg. Iris was
No, Iris was the baby.
It was Iris. She was a baby. She was a newborn. We would just walk and they'd just be riding these trails.
Man, we'd just be riding trails, getting all God's fresh air. Man, it was so great.
He was like, "Do you want to ride a bike?" I tried it for about a quarter of a mile. I was like, "It's not my thing,"
Man.
because it was all heels.
Oh yeah. Georgia was pretty
Do you
hilly.
remember when we tandem biked?
Oh my gosh, that was
I was pulling Rylan around.
her feet just hitting the pedal.
I was like, "She's not helping, and she's heavy, and it's just straight heels."
Cause wasn't I pulling like Tegan and Gray in
In the buggy. Memory lane, guys. Sorry.
Oh snap! This is definitely going down wild, and that was man.
When I told you I was diagnosed as ADHD as a child,
Golly,
here we go.
We got there in 2023. I mean 2013.
At the,
No, 2014.
Third
January.
The third day of 2014.
And freaking my first week of school, we get hit with the snowstorm
The blizzard from all blizzards.
that shut everything
If you
down.
look at blizzard of 2014 in Atlanta, Georgia, the interstate
State of
were
emergency.
literally parking lots. Everybody abandoned their cars, got out,
And
and
walked
walked to where they needed to be.
Man, that was the craziest thing ever. And I'm here from, we're
He
from Tennessee.
got home like 15
just in time.
minutes before.
Took
all
a
hell.
shower, looked outside. We had a foot of snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Easily.
It came down and it came down fast. I was like, I'm glad you decided to come home because he was going to stay at school and study. He's like, man, I'm going to come home.
Yeah, because I
Because we
was
still
like,
have like another class.
a whole nother class. And then they canceled, so I went and worked out. And then I came home, and then everybody else was like,
Yeah, they stayed.
They
so
stayed.
there was kids stuck on school buses overnight.
man, I saw a special needs bus get hit. 18 with a jackknife and almost hit me. Like, yeah, it's time to get up out of here.
It was fun.
Christian, how you been, man? I'm so glad I found you the other day. Oos, my brother. He played collegiate ball with me. One of my Samoans.
Is he the one that would bring you treats?
What?
You used to tell me a story about one of your Samoan.
Beef jerky?
Yeah.
No, that was my boy Benny Davis. He was my fullback.
Oh.
Man, that was something he used to cook it. I was like, I love it. But anyways, man, let's get to the real. The drops. Chiropractic care. The natural approach to health is it's a beautiful thing.
Yes. I need to get back to trying to eat healthier, like, because for, remember.
But you have.
Yeah, but we'd have breakfast, and then in between breakfast and lunch, I'd make like a fruit veggie plate.
Yeah. Well, you just need to eat anti-inflammatory.
Yeah. Because I feel like I'm a little inflamed, and I feel like we've gotten away from the main thing a little bit, and we need to reel it back in and get back to the main thing.
Yeah. Keep the main thing. But the thing is, though, your body's figuring it out. Your body's not just going boom. It's staying where it's at. And so that's the thing. That's the journey. You got to dial in what we need to do in order to move forward and continue to move forward. Yeah. As long as you're not just and going back.
My body liked it better when there was way more fruits and veggies in the diet.
Oh, absolutely. And we have them. The kids just take them for lunch, for gymnastics. So they go as fast as we get them.
They started training early in the morning. He conditions them from 7 to 8. And so from 8 to 8:30, they can have like a lunch snack, 30 minutes,
before
and then
they
can
actually
have their practice. Well, they took that as them like, okay, I need to get all the food in, all my calories in this 30 minutes. So they pack like everything. I'm like, this was supposed to be my food, and y'all just taking it all.
Yeah. So we need a separate refrigerator, deep freezer. If anybody want to donate that
in my refrigerator, not in my refrigerator, in my bedroom. Walk away.
Yeah. So if anybody want to, donate that, just
because these kids are ratchet.
Yeah, they'll eat everything.
And they do.
They'll eat it right in front of you and be like, "Oh, I didn't know I couldn't have that." I guess you can because it's gone now.
They'll do this as like a pickle or something. I'm like, hey, can I have this? Like as it's at their mouth. I'm like, you touched it and it's almost in your mouth.
Hey, like my germs. Oh hell yeah, you keep it.
So I guess you can have it now.
You keep that.
And they've learned to touch it before they ask.
I'd be like, yeah, I'll give it back to me. I eat that.
I tell them all the time, like, go put it up. Like you didn't ask before you touched it. It's
not
yours
man.
anymore.
Oh man. But man, moving forward, we're gonna. If you drop comments and if you reach out and say, hey, let's talk about this, or you want to talk about this, or you want to know more about XYZ, what it's like to be under chiropractic care, what it's like to get adjusted, what some things you should feel when you get adjusted, just let me know. I can talk about that all day, but
it looks like a baseball hat.
With these, it does. But that's sidetrack. But if you wanna ask how these drops have helped me or helped Amanda, I mean, hey, the proof's in the pudding. We already know that it has helped her crush it. It's helping me crush it and stay on track. And once you start feeling better, you want to continue to feel better. You don't want to go back to how you felt. Mm-mm. Because, man, it's a privilege to feel the way that we're starting to feel, because not everybody wants this. Not everybody, you would think that people walk around like, man, I want to be healthy. I want to feel my best ever. But some people don't care. They'd rather try to hide it or get a quick fix.
Yeah. And
I'm not about the quick fix. I mean, you want to talk about it, then okay, cool. And if that's what you decide to do, then that's on you. But I'm about trusting the process.
I saw a conversation today about, wanting a quick fix, and that if it was healthier that they would, do the shots. And it's just like, I get some people are just that desperate, not a bad thing, to get the weight off. But at what point do you stop and think, like, this is jeopardizing my health? At what point do you stop and think, maybe it's what I'm eating? And if I do get this, I'm not exercising. You're not active. Yeah. Like, you have to be active.
it may not be lifting weights, but you have to be active.
Just
and
walk,
you have
swim.
to watch what you're eating, because you can't just eat what you want, don't exercise, take this Ozempic shot, or take the Wegovy, or take the Moringa, or California, Cowabunga, whatever it's called, semaglutide and all these things, and then just say, oh, I'm going to let it do what it does. It will. It's going to suppress you. It's going to make you not hungry. It's going to do all those things. Cool.
But what's the long term?
But what are the long-term effects?
Permanent effects.
That you can't get rid of.
I tell you what, my eyesight is precious because I love to see my babies, and they
And a lot of the stories, people are gonna just say, "Oh, whatever, that's just an extreme case," until it happens to them, and then when they start speaking
extreme, though, because a lot of people are having it. They're having permanent gut issues, permanent heart issues, permanent eye issues.
And the crazy thing is, people are going to talk about that and be like, whatever, and then it's them. And then when they start talking about it, guess what people are going to say? Oh, whatever. So, look at the precautionaries. If you feel like that's what you want to do, then cool. But if not, we got the liquid form of Ozempic.
Yeah.
Not really Ozempic, but it's the natural. It's very, very healthy.
No side effects.
Absolutely. No side effects. Homeopathic. And it doesn't taste bad. Mm-mm. A lot of stuff, can be hard to get down, hard to stomach. It doesn't taste bad. I mean, I'm naturally a high energy guy. I naturally try to focus when I really want to, but man, focus. My gut feels good. I am more than regular when it comes to using the restroom. And my energy levels are high, and I can sustain them. And I mean, like she said, I wake up, I train one group of kids, I go train with her, and then I come back, train another group of kids, have about an hour off, and then I go to work and adjust 20 plus people. All in one day. Tuesdays and Thursdays are real. I'm up at 4:30. I misset my alarm today and it got me up at 5:30, and then get off at 6:30. So, you will make time to do what you have to do. You will make time to do your research and figure out quality over quantity. The road less taken, or do what everybody else is doing. It's easy to do what everybody else is doing. It's really hard to do what less of the people are doing because it doesn't have the results. Well, there's thousands of people who have gotten amazing results from this product.
Yeah. And
it has changed their life tremendously. And if you don't believe it, you can get on any page that has it and just look at it.
Yeah.
Picture after picture after picture after picture. People are changing their lives.
Yep.
And if you want, you can sell it, because you can have your own and sell it to people, because not everybody wants to sell it, but you can sell it if you would like, and you can change your life in that aspect also, and then that can be right there. That's your small business, right? So that's super, super cool. You got anything else left?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, let's get to bed so we can wake up in the morning time and do it all over again, man. We want to help you figure out what the health is going on. Please, please, please drop any comments down in the comment section.
Or drop us a private message.
Also, go and subscribe to our, what's it called? Oh, YouTube. Go subscribe to our YouTube and go check out the website. And if you have any questions, please, please reach out. I'm Dr. Vic.
I'm Amanda.
Until next time.
Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Peace.
Bye.